Because, I mean, let's face it, a woman doesn't want to date a guy that's broke, doesn't have a job, and doesn't have a purpose. That's very unattractive. If your identity becomes your partner's identity, who are you as a person, right? How have you handled those things?
Like my shirt, man, it gets epic. Hey everybody, it's Grant Jones, entertainer. I am here with my friend Kendrick. How you doing today, Kendrick?
What's happening, G-Man? I'm doing all right.
Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, what we want to do today is we want to talk about some serious subjects. We're going to talk about dating versus your career. How to balance the two, because with me being an entertainer, oh my God, Kendrick, I struggle so much, man. So Kendrick, I think what I want to see from this conversation is your viewpoints and see how you handle it. So talk about your experiencing just difficulty or just how you succeed in your career versus dating. How do you balance the two?
It's a great question, and it's something that I had to practice years ago. And I've gotten to the point where my goals in my career are usually what's at the front of my mind. So that's what I'm always working towards. When it comes to dating, I try not to let dating be the main thing in my life, because I always think about it this way. If dating is number one and you lose dating, what happens to your career and the goals that you're going after? But if you have your career and your goals that you're always constantly working towards, those are things that, as long as you're working towards those and you lose them, you still have developed yourself in a way that you can go into another career or another job. We're all designed to connect with other people. We're designed to love other people. But when our life purpose takes a back seat to all of those things, that's where issues come in. Because, I mean, let's face it, a woman doesn't want to date a guy that's broke, doesn't have a job, and doesn't have a purpose. That's very unattractive. And even us guys can say the same thing. And even us guys being very visual creatures, even though a girl or a woman is very attractive, if she doesn't have a purpose, if she doesn't have goals, if she doesn't have a career, it's like, what's going on here? We can't vibe on the same length. So for me, how I view those is I always keep the main thing. And that's the drive, the motivation to succeed and continue to develop myself to attain purpose in my goals in life. I let them know, hey, I've got these things going on, and I'm not trying to put you on the back burner by any means. I still want to get to know you, but just know that I have a purpose and I have goals that I'm going after. And I will definitely make time for you, but if you can't understand my purpose and my drive and where I'm going, this may not work out. I think for a mature woman that also has her goals and things that she's trying to accomplish, she'll understand that. But if there's somebody that is on a different wavelength that doesn't necessarily have goals that they're really trying to reach, or if they are very needy and they need all of your time, that typically it just doesn't work out. So I, like I said, keep the main thing. How about you? How have you handled those things?
Like my shirt, man, it gets epic. Man, I should scratch that out. No, we're gonna keep it in there. Cause no, it does get epic, man. It's one of I'm in the same boat as you. I'm more career driven than with my priorities. Career is number one, and it just goes to one of those things where I think me and you talked about it. Like you'll meet the right person along the way, and it's one of those things where if you're not on the same page from the get-go, you're gonna just cause problems from then on out, and it's going to be hard to relate to that person if they're not on the same wavelength as you, because you're going to be trying to pursue something and you're gonna be constantly trying to get there because success doesn't end. It's a never-ending journey, and the more you get, the more you want. And it's gonna be hard for whoever you're dating. If it's the girl that's career oriented, or if it's the male, it's gonna be hard for the other person if they don't have their priorities set, and they don't have their goals. It's gonna be very hard for them to see you away all the time, and it's gonna just clash. It's not gonna work. Trust me, it's a work in progress. But yeah, it's hard, and I think dating makes it that much harder because you have to let them know from the get-go. You have to hey, like, I like you, you're really cute, I find you very attractive, but it's one of those things where you ain't gonna get in front of my money. You ain't right now, you know. You're not gonna get in front of my goals, my aspirations. So, and everyone should have something they want to strive for in life. I don't think anyone should just use somebody and just kind of do the whole Kardashian thing where, you know, daddy has all the money and, like, you know, or I'll just marry a rich rapper. I'm rich. I find it very humorous when I see stuff like that. But no, I'll get it to the next point too. A lot of people are different. Can we talk about a little bit the generational gap with our parents? Because I know back in the day, for the baby boomers, they had a set structure for what happened. You go to high school. After high school, you go to college. You find someone in college, and then you get a job. And then after that, you get married. And then these people, baby boomers, my parents, they got married like at age 22 and 21. They were rather young. But I feel nowadays with the millennials, I think, are you Gen X? Are you millennial?
Millennial.
Yeah, we're all millennials. Okay, we're not these young 6'9" to 6'9".
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's just a different blueprint for us. And I feel like we get belittled by the older generation because we go after our dreams and our goals more than looking for that certain somebody. And for me, it's dangerous. If you're career driven and you start dating, you have to be careful because if they're not on the same path, you might intend to be a superstar, but then once you know, you're like, oh, now I'm starting a family, you know, and then like that kind of derails you from where you were gonna go. Like, oh, well, now we have to move to a different city because now her mom's sick and we want to be closer to family now. So it's one of those things where don't rush it. For our generation, at least, I would tell millennials, don't rush it. Just take your time and kind of figure out you, because being married, I feel like it's a partnership. So how are you gonna contribute what you know about yourself when you barely know anything and you haven't figured out what you want to do? You haven't fulfilled your purpose, your needs. So people get married so young and they miss out on going to the club, or they miss going hanging with their friends, getting a chance to test drive other things too. You wouldn't just buy the first car. You would test drive and kind of see your options there. And in the field we're in, I'm in entertainment, you're kind of in selling, marketing and stuff. So it allows us to get like a whole plethora of the buffet and test because we're always on the go. But at the same time, you just have to recognize that, hey, you have to put yourself first, especially with this generation, man. So many people get divorce rates because they weren't ready to be in a relationship. They didn't get out their dog. They weren't ready to just commit. And I feel like don't commit to something unless you know that you are happy. You have to bring your own happiness to the situation. So
I'll add in there. I think where a lot of people get it twisted is their identity, and I won't say everybody, but a lot of people's identity becomes their partner's identity. Which is a very, very slippery trail to go down, because if your identity becomes your partner's identity, who are you as a person, right? And so that's why I always say, keeping the main thing, you have to, the way I show up is I am my own individual. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tell me how I'm going to live my life. Now, with that being said, a lot of people don't like that, because when you're a person on a mission and you can't be told what to do, that can be intimidating for some people. and I understand that, but my identity isn't going to be that other person's identity, because I know who I am as a person. I've done the work on myself as a person, and it's always evolving.